The Elevate Your Energy talk today is somewhat of a paradox in the sense that the techniques and ideas I'll be sharing tonight are designed to calm you down, to induce a sense of peace and relaxation so that your mind can settle, your emotions are in check, and your body will feel safe so that it can heal. What we have discovered, it's all about your nervous system. If your nervous system is in a heightened, out of balance condition, all the healing or manifestation practices you perform will be diluted and therefore wasted. Your own physical nervous system pushes away and rejects the very results that you've worked so hard to achieve because they do not match your internal communication network of self. More importantly, the emotional letdown from the lack of expected results sets you further away from your intentions. You enter a time space loop of failure, 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 and more failure. Sound familiar? The nervous system is a huge and complex network of fibers and neurons. Experts could spend 5 hours lecturing on how it all works. I'm going to give you the tip of the iceberg introduction as to why it controls our lives in just 5 minutes. In brief, you have the brain, the spinal cord, and the peripheral nervous system. The autonomic nervous system regulates the body's unconscious actions of heartbeat, breathing, and organ functions, etc. The sympathetic nervous system is commonly associated with the fight and flight responses. And the parasympathetic nervous system is the rest and digest. The goal of these systems is to bring balance and a feeling of safety back to the body. There is also a large, long winding nerve starting at the neck and flows down through the heart and lungs to the digestive system. This is known as the vagus nerve, and it can be activated with breath, humming, meditation, and other means. This is where it all starts, by activating this nerve. And it's what we'll be doing tonight. I've just discussed the mechanical description of the nervous system. Now let's get into what typically happens in life. Let me give you an illustration. Picture yourself laying down a 6-inch wide roll of cardboard along your lounge floor. The objective is to walk back and forth without touching the floor or falling over. Very quickly you could master this. Easy peasy, you would say. Now roll the 6-inch cardboard out on a steel beam that is 50 meters high. You would look down at the ground and fear would kick in. Your nervous system would be on high alert. The adrenal glands would be pumping adrenaline like crazy. Your heart rate would elevate. In fact, your whole body would be in chaos. There is no way you could control your balance to walk across that beam. Same piece of 6-inch rolled out cardboard. However, your perception of the task at hand has changed exponentially. Let's think about that for a minute. You standing there petrified. You can't even move your legs, and your arms are waving about to assume some level of balance. When the 6-inch wide roll was on your lounge floor, falling off or falling over was never an issue. These thoughts probably never entered your mind. but now 50 meters high, falling off consumes your entire being. Why is that? Fear has gripped you. The acronym for fear is false expectations appearing real. The reason I'm sharing this situation with you is because we all have hidden, unknown fears that, when activated, paralyzes us and distorts our perception of reality. On a dowsing chart scale, intense fear scores 100, and a person being at the opposite to that has a score of 0. So 100, high intensity, to no intensity, 0. Most people, even when they are peacefully at rest, are still around 30. There is all this background noise of concerns and worry that never allow you to really settle and be at true peace. So, how can we get your fear and reactive levels down to where you feel safe and receptive for healing and manifestation? For those of you who have had a session with me, will remember one of the first things I do is lower your base frequency down from around 20, maybe 35, to a tick tock rhythm. We teach this technique in our Power to Know dowsing course. This is designed to settle your body, to receive and accept what comes through in a session. Breath work is the key to lowering the flight and fight nervous system so that the rest and digest system takes over and allows the magic to work. The first exercise we will do tonight is a very simple alternate nose breathing practice that will balance the left and right hemispheres of your brain. You should feel an immediate sense of clarity. This nose breathing practice also activates the vagus nerve, which in turn calms your nervous system down. Now, please note, we are doing the simplest form of calming and balancing. There are many, many ways of deepening the breathing techniques and the vagus nerve connection. This is an adaptation of the Nadi Shodhana yoga practice. Okay, let's start. Block your right nostril and breathe in through the left and hold. Then swap over and block the left and breathe out through the right. Then breathe in through the right, hold, swap over and block the right and breathe out through the left. Breathe in, hold and swap. Breathe out, breathe in and swap. Breathe out, breathe in and swap. Breathe out, breathe in and swap. Always finish with a breathing out of your left nostril. Okay, well done. You should feel a sense of clarity. This practice normally goes on for 2 to 3 minutes, and there are various ways to sit, practice, meditate, and so forth to enhance this. But for you in the future, if you could just do 3 in on the left and 3 on the right alternative, you will feel amazing. This is what I do before I start any dowsing session, before I do any computer work. And as you practice, you'll become better at doing it, and you'll know when the right time for you to do it. Try and do this at least once daily. Now we are going to practice a mantra. The phrase I'll be sharing tonight comes directly from the Hawaiian Ho'oponopono practice. For those of you who haven't heard them before, they are simply, I love you, please forgive me, I'm sorry, and thank you. Dr. Joe Vitale has introduced a new phrase that has the capacity to include the other four all at once. So it's a very powerful cleaning technique. I forgives myself. The I refers to source, and the forgives is source erasing negative memories. And the myself is obviously you. You can say this as often as you want. I forgives myself. I forgives myself. Very simple. You can read more about this phrase in our booklet, and there's a link in the description below. Returning to the heart. Heart coherence is critical on how we direct our lives and live. When thought and action comes from the heart, the potential and possibilities are unlimited. This is when you will be in alignment. Place your hand on heart. Close your eyes while I read a Ho'oponopono prayer. The peace of I. Close your eyes, hand on heart. Peace be with you, all my peace. The peace that is I. The peace that is I am. The peace for always, now and forevermore. My peace I give to you. My peace I leave with you. Not the world's peace, but only my peace, the peace of I. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now stay with that peaceful feeling and take your time coming back. Now, once again, sitting comfortably in your chair, this time place your right hand on your heart and imagine a golden Mobius loop flowing from your heart out to your goal or intention. For this exercise, we'll be using being at peace as your intention. So imagine a picture of yourself sitting down, smiling, being happy, and being at peace, about 2 meters in front of you. It can be any size you want, whatever comes naturally to you. Now imagine a golden loop flowing around your heart. If you have difficulty in maintaining the flow, just swap it round. As you imagine this golden loop flowing out and around your peaceful self, start to breathe slowly for a count of 6 without pausing. Perhaps your peaceful self is sitting there holding wads of money, or you sitting there in your dream car, or you being with your children or loved one. So let's visualize your peaceful self and start the loop breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And out for the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax. Open your eyes or just bring your attention back to the now. Simply notice how you feel compared to how you were before. There is no right or wrong response. Just observe what you notice. This is a wonderful practice to do when planning tasks and outcomes. This heart coherence practice works really well with people. So imagine someone you wish to connect with on a deeper level and begin with a golden loop around them coming back to your heart. And begin the Mobius loop flowing from your heart to around them and then back to your heart. The more you practice this, the easier it will become, and your connections to your desires will be more meaningful and achievable. The alignment, head, heart, and gut. With our thoughts from our brain, the love we feel from our hearts, and the rumblings from our stomach, they are often disconnected. To assist in making better decisions on what we think, how we feel, and what our body wants, let's learn and practice a simple mind breathing technique that aligns these three centers. There are many ways to do this, especially how many breaths and how long each breath should be, and in what order, so forth. But this is how we do it. So ready, sit comfortably, and let's begin. Let's bring the three main centers into alignment: the heart, the head, and hara center. Sit comfortably, place both feet on the floor, and allow your hands to rest naturally. Gently close your eyes. Breathe slowly through your nose without forcing the breath. Heart. Begin by bringing your intention to your heart. Breathe in gently for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now breathe out through your mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allow the heart area to soften. Now bring your attention up to your head and brain. Breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathe out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Allow the thoughts to settle and the mind to become clearer. Return to the heart. Bring your attention back down to your heart and breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now move your attention down to the hara center in the lower abdomen, just below the navel. Breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathe out for 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel yourself becoming more grounded, steady, and present. Bring your attention back to your heart and breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now bring your attention back to your head and brain. Breathe in for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And breathe out for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now become aware of these three centers together. Your head, your heart, your hara. Allow your thoughts, your feelings, and your body's inner knowing to come into alignment. Take one final gentle breath in through your nose and slowly breathe out. When you are ready, gently open your eyes and come back into the now. Come back to this alignment segment as often as you need to. Close your eyes, relax, and allow the connections to take place. Very powerful. One of the first questions I asked during a True Quantum Alignments one-on-one session is, to what degree is the level of self-love? And in nearly every case, it is very low. When I introduce a simple mantra of, I love myself, this statement is so foreign to them that they have difficulty in saying it. For this exercise, close your eyes and say along with me in your mind the words, I love myself. Then, using your own name, when I say, I love your name, I'll give you an example. If your name is Janet, I love your name. You will say, I love Janet. Ready? Gently breathe in through the nose. I love myself. And gently breathe out through the mouth. So let's begin. Breathe in, saying, I love myself. And breathe out. Breathe in, saying, I love your name. And breathe out. Breathe in, saying, I love myself. And breathe out. Once again, breathe in. I love myself. Breathe out. Then breathe in. I love your name. Then breathe out. Then breathe in, saying, I love myself. And breathe out. One more time. Breathe in, saying, I love myself. Breathe out. Breathe in. I love your name. And breathe out. Breathe in. I love myself. And breathe out. This mantra is so simple to do. And by recognizing your self-love and self-worth, miracles can really begin to happen. So let's do a quick recap. We've discussed how your nervous system dictates your reality. We've practiced an alternate nose breathing technique to balance the brain and activate the vagus nerve. We've done a simplified Ho'oponopono phrase. I forgives myself. How to connect a Mobius loop around your heart to your intentions. The brain to heart to gut alignment method. And then a mantra to align your self-worth. I love myself. The techniques shared tonight are designed to do at a moment's notice, while you're at the traffic lights, any time you can fill in a minute or two. You'll be amazed how effective these are. And also to stop the negative mind chatter. Now, with all of these techniques, you will now be in a position to become the observer, to not immediately react to outside negative people or situations, but to breathe, evaluate, and then respond accordingly. When you master the skill of being the observer daily, your life will shift into a heightened state of love, safety, joy, and acceptance. Your nervous system will be balanced and it will calm your life. Now, if you practice these techniques and you still feel that you are stuck or things just aren't working out, there may be a blockage that needs our services, be it hereditary, an issue being passed down onto you. It could be a stuck emotion that keeps looping back time and time again. It could be an entity sucking loose from your system, or any number of mysterious causes. So check out our website, and if something resonates with you, book an appointment with me, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you, and thank you.